from my back porch for the Discovery Center Stay at Home Art Series. This is funded by the Tennessee Arts Commission Arts Builds Communities grant. I hope that you will join me as I share some ideas for making art with recycled materials. We'll be building a dream house and other fun things. Stay happy and healthy. See you soon. Hi, this is Abby from my back porch with the Discovery Center at Home series, and this is part 3 of building your dream home with recyclable materials. Today we're going to talk about being an interior designer. This is somebody who thinks about making a space functional and beautiful on the inside with different colors and different materials. So let's talk about the inside of our space. As you can see, I have started to add some paper to decorate the walls and the floor of my house. I found this big block of scrapbook paper, but you could use any kind of decorative paper that you had, such as wrapping paper, maybe mailers from catalogs, especially garden catalogs. Those make great decorations. So the first thing that you will need is your ruler and your pencil and your scissors, because we have to measure accurately to get things to fit. I went ahead and I measured this space, which is my attic floor, which is about 3.5 by 10 inches. So I drew this on here. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And I'll talk to you about glue for a minute. So I like to use Podge, which you may or may not have at home. This is kind of like a thin paintable glue. You can use regular glue, of course, and if you want to be able to use a paintbrush with it, I recommend pouring some of your glue into a cup and thinning it with water, just a little bit of water. A glue stick would work, double stick tape, just use what you have. So I've cut the piece of paper from my attic floor. We're going to double check again to make sure that it fits. Looks like I'm a little bit big, so I'm going to trim the end. And then with the Mod Podge, what I like to do is you need a junky paintbrush, because while it will wash out, it is water-based. I don't like to use a good paintbrush with this. So I'm going to paint this on the cardboard, a nice layer across the whole area. And if you'll notice, I use some paper towels to cover my surface. We want to get glue on our table or paint. Of course, you could use newspaper if you have some to protect your table. So here's a layer of Mod Podge on the cardboard, and now I'm going to put a layer on the back of my paper as well. Spread a nice even layer. This will make sure that the paper lays flat and won't curl up on you. Okay, here we go. Okay, just smooth that flat. Gives you a few seconds to reposition it, and there you go. So you can see I've got a nice decorative floor for my attic. So I've done the same thing for the floor in one of these rooms, and I use paper on the wall. I need to continue around with the paper for the wall. I have already measured it, but if you can see, on here I had cut a doorway in this wall, and I need to make sure that I get that hole. So when I measured the paper, I put it inside to make sure that it could fit, and then I used a pencil to draw where the door is so I know where to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that doorway out of my piece of paper. And again, I'll put the Mod Podge all over the cardboard on the inside. This will dry clear in case you drip it someplace that you didn't mean to. And now I'm going to put the Mod Podge on the back of my paper as well. Just like this. Now you can also think about texturing some paper. If you want to take paper and do a rubbing on a brick wall that you have outside, or if you have a stone patio, that way you get it to look like it's stone, that could be nice too. So you can think about adding textures. So now I'm going to slide this piece of paper in and try and line it up with my doorway. There we go. So I've got this room done, and the next time that we get together, I can show you the whole house decorated on the inside. Another element that I wanted to cover in paper was my turret, which was my paper towel tube. Fortunately for me, this paper towel tube was the same size as the sheet of paper, which was 8.5 by 11. So I just covered this in glue and wrapped it. The way that I was able to cut the windows was with my serrated pumpkin knife. Make sure you have a grown-up around if you try to use this. But I was easily able to saw into the paper towel tube to cut out my windows. When my whole house is decorated, I'm going to glue it on just like this. Now, if you're noticing the roof shingles, we can talk about the exterior of the house as well. I used acrylic paint to paint the outside, but you could use tempera paint or spray paint, whatever you have around your house. And then I just took pieces of a cereal box and cut little rectangles to make my roof shingles. And for this, I decided to use my glue gun, but I'm just alternating where I place these roof shingles, just like this. You might have other ideas of how to decorate your roof. And of course, we'd love to see your project as you're working on it. So please share any pictures that you have at the Discovery Center's Facebook page, the Discovery Center at Murphy Springs. So I'm going to keep working on my house, and I hope you will too. And stay happy and healthy, and we'll check back next time.